This is David Spiegel for MPHawks.com, here with new Paltz softball head coach Denise Marchese. So, last year your team missed the SUNYAC tournament for the first time since you've started coaching here. What will that do to help motivate your team to get back this year?
Well, I think there's several things that'll help motivate us. I know for the seniors this year, the 6 that we have, I think that really stung last year, knowing that they didn't make the tournament. I think it was definitely a disappointment to all of us, the entire program, players and coaches. So that definitely is going to light some fire and have some motivation behind them having more success this year. And also being preseason ranked 8th, I know that they were not necessarily surprised. It's just good motivation for the team to set out there and let their talents rise above and not finish 8th in the conference.
And last year you graduated one of the top players in the SUNYAC in Jillian Gallagher. How are you going to be able to replace her contributions to the team this year?
Replacing her and her contributions is, you can't really replace a player like that, like right through the door. But I feel completely confident that the returners that we have coming back and some of the key freshmen and transfers will be able to absolutely produce the hits, RBIs, runs scored. We did bring in a couple really fast younger players that can move, so hopefully have a little bit more speed on the bases even throughout the team. And also both of our transfers have pretty good speed as well to bolster to some of our returners, but definitely the new players have added the speed component where we obviously miss with Jill not being in the lineup.
And you get one of your top pitchers back from a couple of years ago in Alyssa Oliva.
Yes.
What do you expect out of her this year?
We've been talking a lot about that during the course of the preseason and the fall. Basically, to expect her to get back on track because she missed a year of competition. She pitched some this fall, but I definitely expect her to be a leader, to take the leadership role. Her sophomore year, she had, I believe, it was like a 2.16 ERA or closer to a 2. And so she's shown that she can do it before. She's very eager. She's very excited. She's definitely fired up. So I expect to see a lot of really great things coming from her this season.
Now, you do have 9 freshmen coming in and 2 transfers. How quickly do you expect them to contribute to this team?
I think they're all going to contribute in different ways. Some of them are going to play more than others in key positions. But as I said before, they provide, we have a lot of speed within that realm. We have a lot of kids that can play multi-positions on the field. And also there's a couple of kids with big bats. So there's opportunities to either start in certain positions, split time in certain positions, or definitely, I'd say probably key pinch hit, and also running for some of our other players. They're going to add a component of just a little bit to make the program a bit more well-rounded within our depth.
Now, you start your season down in Florida next week in the NTC Spring Games in Claremont, Florida.
Yep.
How do you expect your team to fare down there against some of the top teams in the nation?
Yeah, I think we have a pretty difficult schedule ahead of us, but that was completely intentional because our conference is one of the most difficult conferences in the country. So if we went down there and played teams that were less caliber than what we're going to face back north, I think it would be just a disservice and a false sense of confidence with the program. We're looking to go, honestly, our program goal is to go at least 7-5 down there. That would be success as long as those, if we do lose 5 games, they better be good games. But that's really what, honestly, personally, we're looking to do. Of course, we want to win every game. Of course we do. And that's going to be the ultimate goal. We're setting out to do that every time we step on between the lines. But looking at our opponents, we'd be happy if all the 12 games were well fought and well played, but we came back with at least 7 of those wins.
And towards the end of the season, you get to take on Cortland here at home. Obviously one of the top teams in the nation, top in the conference. How do you expect to take them on this year, and how do you think you can do?
Honestly, with all due respect to Cortland, they're they've been a national force, a regional force for a long time, but we really need to just look at them as if they're any other team that we're playing. Not get too jacked up about it, not get too psyched up about it, and really just, have the mentality of once you step between the lines, anyone can win on any given day, and that's really how we're going to approach that.
Do you have any players in particular this year that you think will stand out above others?
Well, that's always a tough question. But yes, there always are some players that we really kind of look to take a leadership role. I'd say the whole senior class, all 6 of my seniors, really looking for Sam Barra to do a nice job, both on offense and defense. Shelby Martin, looking for her to really hit the ball as well. Cassie at first base, Barkavage. Kristen Shork in the outfield, Tori Holm in the outfield, and Jenna Curcio behind the plate. We're really looking for those 6 to have an absolute supreme leadership role on the field. Melissa Leota is also a junior, really looking for her to kind of emerge this year. And to round off the upperclassmen, we have very good stuff, I think, coming down the pike from Amber Carrozza. She's a transfer she's originally from Marlboro. She's a pitcher. I think she's going to do really well for us on the mound, as well as Andrea Feeney. She's a transfer from Baruch. I think she's going to do really well for us in the outfield. She's got a great bat, and she can definitely run the base as well. So I think from those guys, we're really looking for leadership from within.
Now, last year you were towards the bottom of the SUNYAC in fielding percentage. What have you done to get your players ready this year to raise that number?
A lot of running now. We place defensive challenges within practice every day. I shouldn't laugh because we have consequences for when we're not doing what we need to do, handling the ball cleanly, making plays. The automatic out plays. The bonus plays are just that. So we really are trying to focus on handling the ball. First out's most important as the third, same as important as the 17th and the 21st. So we do a lot of, we play 21 in practice, so just getting 21 nails, and we just do a lot of situational things. Definitely defense is one of our optimal goals to improve on from last year.
And definitely one of the stronger numbers was you were second in the SUNYAC in average and on-base percentage.
Yeah.
What have you done to keep your players ready to keep that number up?
Well, we just try to really focus. We do a lot of breakdown in the fall, technical breakdown for hitting, and then we try to just maximize that and translate that into our live repetitions. It's about building confidence because hitting is so mental. So we really do a lot of count situations, runners on base situations. We basically try to just mimic the game within our practice setting as much as possible. And I hope to obviously replicate that, but to even build on that and have even a more potent offensive year this year.
Mm-hmm. Now, you stand 16 wins away from having 200 wins in your career as a head coach. What would it mean to get to 200 this year?
Oh, it would be great. I mean, any milestone that you can get to is wonderful, but I really, really am completely focused on the team, making the tournament, getting into the tournament, and doing well. I'll probably forget completely about it, and then Brian will call me, or you will call me and tell me, and it'll feel great.
What are your overall goals for the season?
Our overall goals, we're setting out to win a minimum of 25 games. We have a bunch of individual goals, not getting swept in any doubleheaders, errors less than 2 every game. Pitchers have their own, they have their own set of challenges within each game. We have our offensive challenges. It's really going to change a lot as we go through, but I'd say as a team, we're looking to get back to the SUNYAC tournament and be very competitive within the SUNYAC tournament throughout the conference the whole year and the tournament at the end. That's really, and our ultimate goal is postseason play.
Okay. New Paltz softball opens its season March 17th in Florida and home opener March 28th against Mount St. Mary College. Thank you very much, Coach, and best of luck this season.
Thank you so much.